Welcome. What's up, everybody? Your FieldersChoice.com college basketball DFS pre-lock live for Tuesday night, beginning day one of March Madness. Pico here. Chris Duffy. PrizePicks. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey,
ready
what's
to
up,
go?
Good to have you guys back. It seems like we're here every night. We got a good one now. Strange one though. We get two NCAA play-ins, and the rest are NIT first rounds. But anybody that's new that's watching or watching on demand, your FieldersChoice.com, check us out. Niche sports, small sports is our specialty, and this is small sports season right now. College basketball, NASCAR's been hitting. Our golf guys have been crushing. Like I see the golf showdown's been crushing. What else we have? NHL, definitely NHL seems to win every night. And then of course you have the big sports like NBA, MLB starts soon. I will be covering that. We'll be having shows every single night, pre-lock live for that, which we did last year. MLB is our thing, but we're here for college basketball. 6:40 lock, so we have about an hour. We're gonna try to get through this in like 45 minutes, so a little bit less. We have time to lock in our laps and all that. Anybody has questions on the YouTube chat, we'll try to get to them. If not, try to throw them in our general and our free Discord. Check all that out. And I think we're ready to go. So let's move through this. Game one tonight, 6 p.m. We have this is the NCAA play-in game. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, Texas Southern. Texas Southern is a 3.5 point favorite. 136.5 over under. Texas Southern, really good defense, ranked 26th. Corpus Christi's not bad either. Corpus Christi likes to push the pace. So we have a game here where we probably have some plays here. We're gonna go over cash, talk to these guys, give me any cash plays and GPs, and then we'll review it and then go on next game. So what do you got, Chris? Take a team. Your pick. You're up.
All right. Yeah, I'll take Texas Southern here. When I first opened them up, I obviously haven't seen them much or, researched them a ton. They have a pretty big rotation. A lot of the guys, they don't get a ton of minutes. But a few guys are priced. They're still priced about right for some of the minutes they get. Mainly the two guys I got is Etienne, and he's 5K. I think he'll be popular. He can get around 20, 25 for you. Let's see here. He usually gets. He's probably one of the most consistent guys on the team with the minutes. So I kind of wrote him down, and then the other guy I wrote down was who was it here? Henry. Just because he's cheap. Let's see here.
4,100.
Yeah, he's 4,100. And when you're looking at, when you look at Texas Southern in general, it's just the rates are not the greatest on all these guys. But he's just cheap. I'd keep him more of a GPP. But that's all I pretty much got for Texas Southern.
And Bryce Netian, I think at 5K is too cheap. And to me, he's a cash play. Borderline, to me personally, even borderline core play. He's like he's the leader. You can always use PJ Henry. And that's my thoughts. And AJ Lawson's there. Remember, that's not seeing AJ Lawson from South Carolina, but Bryce Netian is my guy. Riley, what do you got for Texas A&M Corpus Christi?
Yeah, this is a tough team to nail. There's a lot of guys that play a ton of minutes, so a lot of guys taking shots. I know I'm gonna land on Murdix. I think obviously here he's a little expensive, but he's got a high usage rate. I do like he does steal the ball quite a bit, which is good because Texas Southern is 328th in turnover rate on offense. So they're definitely no stranger to throwing the ball around and let an opponent steal or block it. So I think Murdex could definitely have a big game there. You know, he has a high assist rate too. You know, at the end of the day, though, he's still only going to play 25 minutes probably. So it's very tough to land on him, even though initial look was I really wanted to get in this game just because of the tempo. But another guy I looked at here too was Jalen Jackson. He's 5.9K. His minutes have been ticking up lately in the conference tournament. He also can steal the ball. This is tough. I mean, I feel like if you have a strong lean on Corpus Christi on one of the players, you know, go ahead and play it, because I think that could be a huge differential. I could see 5 guys having 20 points and, you know, maybe this game having a lot of points, but nothing optimal coming out of here. But those are the 2 guys I landed on.
Totally agree. I mean, Terry on Murdex, he's like, you know, he's the leader there. He's playing over 30 minutes, 27% usage, 22% shot rate. Like I said, good assist rate. He's the play from that game, from that team. Could he be in a cash lineup? Yeah, he could be. But probably over GBP in my opinion. But definitely on the other side, I like Brayson Etienne a lot at 5K. And PJ Henry. I think you can use PJ Henry a little bit too. He's one of those guys that's he's a shooter. So you gotta make sure he's on.
Yeah.
So we went through that game quick. I mean, 2 kind of unknown teams, unless you're a real college basketball junkie, but don't sleep on Brayson Etienne. All right, next game we got is Missouri State, Oklahoma. NIT game. We got Oklahoma -5.5 points, favorite, 50th ranked defense in the country. Now we got Missouri State, a really good offense. I have 112.42 offense efficiency. This is a 138.5 over under. You could probably pull some DFS plays out of this. Oklahoma's got a 75 implied. They're the 5th highest implied to slate. Missouri State 70. More plays in this game, I guess, than obviously the first game. So Riley, take a team, Missouri State or Oklahoma?
Yeah, I'll take Missouri State here. So, you know, this is a team I was actually hoping would get in the tournament. I think they have really nice offense, really good team overall. Obviously, with these NIT games, you really got to think about who wants to actually be here. Oklahoma definitely, you know, who knows what their expectations were going into the season. I'm sure they thought they were a borderline tournament team. Didn't turn out that well. Missouri State, I think maybe they might be a little disappointed. I think they were pretty highly rated on KenPom before the season. I'm sure they wanted to get in the dance. But, you know, this is a local, you know, big school local. So I feel like they're going to show up here. I do like a couple of the guys. They have a pretty skimpy rotation, and a couple just high usage guys here. And obviously Mosley here, you know, I'm looking at 30% usage, which is, you know, absurd. He really does everything here. He can score, he can rebound, he can assist, steal, whatnot. And he's 8.5K. Oklahoma's going to want to ugly the game up, so that scares me off a little bit. I'm also going to look at his teammate Prim, who, you know, he's 8.3K and his usage percentage is 28. So this is really kind of like a 2-man team here. You can look at some other guys, but I'm really just going to focus on them. I think if I could see this game maybe getting a little loose offensively, Oklahoma maybe just kind of, you know, going out there and playing for fun, and maybe this game goes out of control. But yeah, I want to focus on those 2 guys because they're going to do the majority of the work, and they're definitely worth the price in my opinion.
Totally agree. And I meant to say this to people that were tuning in. We're just talking about DFS here. We're not talking about, you know, games and all that. We're only giving you a few players, so, and especially cash. Definitely agree. And I don't think you can play both of them, but I personally think you need one of these guys in your lineup. And I'm leaning Gates Prim at 8,300, mainly because Oklahoma can get beat on the inside. They're actually one of the. I just had a stat up. They give up definitely one of the highest percentage of points inside the arc, and they also their offense rebound percentage is only 25.6, which is 261 in the nation. So definitely, I would be leaning toward Prim. I like Prim a lot actually. And he's got 12.2 offensive rebound, 20.4, so 32% combined. Take Prim, but not Prim. Take Mosey. So it's a 2-man team. All right, that's what we got for Missouri State. Obviously, we're gonna go to Oklahoma then. For Chris, we're a little bit more familiar from Oklahoma, playing these guys more this year in DFS. There's a couple of guys I see here. Who you got? Any of your favorites?
Yeah, we don't normally get them at a 75 total. I don't think usually, especially in our conference there. But yeah, there's a couple of guys definitely because this is one of the for a team total or for their team total is one of the higher ones for them. You know, mainly guys I'm looking at is Goldwire.
Yep.
You know, I think you can I think they're all, you know, a few of them are in play at the very least at GPP. You know, Tanner Groves, he was doing well, but his minutes have been fluctuating some. You know, I think Goldwire is probably my best bet there. I'm gonna be going with. I actually I do like a couple of these other guys. Jalen Hill, I think his price is right for some builds that I'm doing. You know, Chargios has been getting minutes. Now, we've tried to use him before and think he was in a good spot, and then he came out and he didn't do too well. So just got to be careful with these guys. Their minutes rotations can be bad. You know, Gibson, he's got to make a shot. You know, Goldwire, sometimes he's shot dependent. But I got Goldwire mixed in with Charjois. Is that how you say it? And,
Ethan Chargot. I think he's Chargot.
Chargot. Oh, wow. I'm way off
I
there.
could be completely wrong, too. But I remember from SMU.
You know, even Marvin Johnson, he's done us well before. I think he's in play. I think these guys can be mixed in if it fits your build right. Because I think a lot of the guys with the question marks around a lot of guys at 4K have question marks. So I think Groves kind of fits in there too. Don't be afraid to kind of take a guy like him or Charge and go with those guys. But, you know, I do think one or two, you know, Goldwire, maybe Gibson will be popular, but my two preferred are Goldwire and Hill.
I like Goldwire too. And I got like a one spot left. I keep going back between Goldwire and like Grace Thompson, like a utility. But I think Goldwire has been, and the rotation has kind of been slimmed down a little bit too. But I just thought, let's go. Yeah, Goldwire scored 30 DK twice and 23 times his last 5.
Well,
so he's shooting a lot.
Well, you see, their rotation had slimmed down, right? Until like 2 or 3 games ago. And then they started
no, you're right. Yeah, Chargot back in the mix, right?
Playing guys. So I don't know. Like Riley said, are they motivated here? I mean, you know, I would hope they are. I guess there's some motivation. I didn't realize that was really too much of a thing. But we'll see. I think they'll be fine. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe they get back to being tight rotations and Tanner Groves goes off for 35-40.
I don't mind you calling Marvin Johnson either.
Yeah.
He's been getting 4 or 5X over his last 4 of his last 5 games. So that's not a bad call. $4,300 as long as he gets 22, 25 minutes. All right, so review this game. I think you want a piece of Prim or Mosley. I like Prim, but you can definitely go Mosley. Those two guys are the Missouri State offense for DFS purposes. Oklahoma, Goldwire is probably your top choice, but then you got a bunch of nice little choice there. If you have like last piece, like Chris said, Jalen Hill, not bad. Just Groves brothers, but I still think Prim's gonna wreck. Is just gonna eat those guys up. Chargot really cheap, and we've seen Chargot play well at SMU, so we know he's got talent. All right, going on to the next game, we have the Cleveland State Xavier game. This is another NIT game. Xavier is just a team in shambles right now. There's rumors everywhere that Fremantle's going to be entering the portal, that Scruggs is not happy, so that nothing's confirmed yet. It would be nice. This is a 7:00 game, so we could see the starting lineup, but we won't. So a lot of questions in this game for Xavier. Are they just going to mail it in tonight? And then you got Cleveland State team. It's kind of could be an exciting team with a couple decent plays here. One core play of mine. Okay, so Chris, take a team.
Yeah, I'll take Xavier here. Yeah, I mean, are they motivated or not? You might just have to stick around and have a plan and get some other guys in if they if they're not, because I don't know if you're going to have a ton of people from the first two games. Might have a couple. You'll have room to maneuver by that time. Try to get that starting lineup. But everybody knows Nunge is in an absolute smash spot. Cleveland's they're not a good rebounding team, or defensive rebounding team, and Nunge is at around 22% right there, and he's been doing well. So Nunge, some of these players just seem to me like they're going to come out and steal ball. So it's tough. I'm not at the moment going out of my way not playing them yet until I get some confirmation on that. I mean, if I felt that strongly about it, I'd look at some secondary plays, but yeah, Nunge is in play. I like Scruggs' price. I don't think I was going to play Fremantle anyways, but he's in an okay spot himself. Pete hates him, so I like to at least mention him once a show. But
there's no defense.
The main guys I had on my team, I'm looking at were Scruggs and Nunge. And I think, now it's debatable if Nunge will be chalk or not. So he's in a smash spot. I guess there is a chance they come out and they kind of maybe not that they're just not motivated. It's just they come out and handle them pretty well. And then, they don't have to play as many minutes. But, just keep an eye on it before the game starts. But them are my two guys I got either borderline cash or cash.
What about Colby Jones? He's been playing well too. I mean,
oh no, he's he's in play. I put those two. What was his price? I think I think the way the build was going, I was kind of able to look at Scruggs and get him in. So
what about if lineups come across and we see Scruggs isn't starting, Fremantle's not starting, then you got Colby Jones. Does Colby Jones become a top cash play?
I mean, he's definitely in play. I don't know if I'll be able to get the price in.
Yeah, he's 8K too. Yeah, I really was looking at this. Yeah, he's not cheap, but definitely going to play right if Scruggs is out. Definitely. All right, so that's the type of game. That's like the only news game we want to pay attention to. If you really want to see those starting lineups tonight. On the other side, we got Cleveland State, Riley. There's a couple interesting names here. Definitely a value play and two value plays that I really like in this game. What do you got, Riley, on Cleveland State?
Yeah, I definitely don't want anything to do with Xavier here. Playing a local team in the NIT after that just disastrous end to the season. I mean, maybe one of the worst closes in the entire country, but. Yeah, I think Cleveland State is obviously going to want to play here. I mean, they'll definitely want to show up. They're pretty bad on defense, can't rebound, but they're okay on offense. I think I'm going to look at Hodge here at 5.5K. I mean, takes a ton of shots, high usage. I just, like I said, this is a game where Xavier's just going to probably be running through the motions. I'm sure these kids want to get on spring break. They don't want to be in this. They don't want to be in this tournament. No way. I just have a funny feeling I think Cleveland State's going to win. But anyways, I think you have to look at Hodge. If you want to pay up, you can look at Patton too. I mean, he's a little expensive at 7.2K just because there still is the factor that, if Xavier does show up, they probably win this game by 20. So he's a little tough to get to, but Hodge to me, I mean, it's just crazy value. I think I probably won't have a lineup without him, but those are really two. I think you can look at Gamillan. I look at Johnson too, but yeah, I'm going to focus on Hodge here. And like I said, I think Cleveland State actually shows up here, and Xavier does not.
So you're the resident bettor. The latest I have is 11 points. Xavier, you taking that number? Or?
But in this tournament, my experience betting this tournament, if I was going to bet this game, I would take Cleveland State to win, which I think would be like plus 400 or plus 450. I think it's either Xavier shows up and wins this game comfortably, or Cleveland State wins because Xavier doesn't want to be there. And I have no clue what Xavier are going to get tonight, and I really don't. I don't want to. This could be one of those games where you watch the first 10 minutes, and I think you'll know where Xavier's head's at. In my opinion, I think the kids are probably on spring break, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Demoy Hodge is a core play to me. Too cheap, right? At 5,500. So yeah, another stat I just saw as you were talking, for a guy that's got so much usage, he's shooting 63% from the two. So it's pretty damn good. 12th highest steal rate in the nation. And one name you didn't mention that is a very popular value play today is Deontay Johnson. So 44K. He did play only 16 minutes in the last game. There's a lot of questions as to why, but he's been playing for like 25 to 30, like 5 or 6 games before that. Deontay Johnson's going to be popular. Probably one of the most popular values at 4K. You got anything from Cleveland State, Chris?
No, I was going to mention him.
I keep forgetting to ask you your opinion on these other teams.
Oh, it's all right. I'll digress, and if once we go to the next game, if there's a strong feel I have. But no, you guys covered everybody. I'm actually starting to like Patton a little more here. If all this chatter about Xavier, that I don't know, maybe you go from Scruggs to Patton, or we'll see. Patton, man, he's got 20. I guess is it the minutes or what? Yeah, 28% usage. That's more than Hodge. 18% defensive rebounding rate, 24% assist rate. Maybe he's just his minutes can be off. Oh, let me check his foul rate. But yeah, we can go to the next game, if you're good.
Let's call him Patton. I think it's a really good call for GVPs. For now, I could see him slide into cash lineup. Like you said, nice call on that. I agree.
Okay,
All right. The next game we have is Alcorn State, Texas A&M. Another interesting game. A&M's considered a home team, minus 18.5 favorites. Coming off that big weekend in the SEC, they finally lost to Tennessee, 139.5 over under. Texas A&M, good defense, ranked 58th. Alcorn State is just not a good offense, not a good defense. This game is all about, to me personally, it's all about A&M, maybe one player. Riley, take a team.
Yeah, I'll take A&M here. Once again, this is going to be a tough, who knows where A&M's head is, which makes me very weary. There's two things that really make me weary of A&M here. That one is motivation, and then two is the rotation. Buzz is definitely not afraid to clear the bench. So do you really want to pay up for any one of the big guys here? I mean, Alcorn State, they played Baylor. They played a couple big teams, and they gave up a jillion points. I think Baylor had 94, Houston 77, Wichita State 82. So A&M should score a lot here. But like I said, who really knows? But yeah, I mean, I'll bite my tongue. I'm going to play some Coleman here. I mean, he should dominate the inside if he gets a chance. I think I'll play some Jackson. I mean, the prices really aren't that crazy, too. A lot of decent kind of fillers here. But, man, this, like I said, I'll be biting my tongue when I do it. But, yeah, I'll play some Coleman, some Jackson, some Radford, and I'll play some value. Maybe I'll play Diarra, too. But, yeah, this is a tough one. It's a tough one to get my head around here. But, yeah, I think you have to play some A&M just because I think they'll win comfortably and they'll score a lot of points.
Yeah, Quentin Jackson's going to be core play in most places. I think, he's somebody I would definitely fade in GVPs, though, because he's going to be so popular. Chris, what do you got? Anything from A&M and then Alcorn State?
Yeah, actually for A&M, for the reasons you've noted with rotations, and I think they're going to get their guys in. Obolewski, man, I'm pretty high on him. His price went down to $3K. I see myself kind of leveraging myself on the value plays today. and not going with chalk value because to me it's not guaranteed. Obaseki, sorry, Manny Obaseki. I think he's his price has never been 3K. I think started falling down. He hasn't been the greatest, but for him, if he can get 15 to 18 minutes against Alcorn there, he can score some points. I think he's a decent value play. I might get him into cash, to be honest. I'm going to dive in a little deeper here. And, if you're having to move things around late because some news comes out about Xavier or whatever, that's just an option you got there. But yeah, like you said, everybody else about their prices. That's what really gets you about Texas A&M is their prices are fair, So even if they don't get their ceilings, their floors are pretty good. But that's kind of how I look at them. Yeah,
It's
for
calm
Alcorn,
on Obaseki, really.
yeah.
What if it goes to blowout?
Yeah, I mean, it is a 20-point spread in there, something like that. But it's just an option. Actually, I digress. There's another 3K guy. I don't know if he mentioned. I don't know what Cleveland. I don't want to backtrack too much here. The one guy is out, so Hill. He's getting some minutes. He's just a throwaway, maybe get you 10 points or so. Just an option for you guys to have there for value. But Alcorn, another value guy, mainly looking at a value guy is Agnew, mainly because his price is 4,200. Another option there to kind of get in there, but his rates are pretty decent. Let me see. Yeah, he's got a 25% usage when he's got the ball. He's got the highest usage on the team. His minutes aren't always the greatest, but 18.5 defensive rebounding rate, almost 10% offensive rebounding rate. This may, Texas A&M, I think they've played better than definitely the last 4 or 5 games. So I'm not totally saying that their defensive rebounding is still probably not the great, actually, it wasn't the greatest against Kessler and against Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams just had a bad game. But so that puts Agnew definitely in play at 4,200. I think he's definitely a good play there. Outside of that, I don't really have anybody I'm looking at to play.
I keep falling in Agnew and I'm making lineups. Like my last spot keeps ending up being like that $4,400 to $4,500 range. So it's volatile though. It's his minutes, but nice call. He's got 25% usage rate. All right, so for this game, Quentin Jackson's pretty much a core play, very popular in cash. Anybody else I think is pretty much GPP plays, probably the way we're looking at it. Some people like Henry Coleman, and then a little bit Darius Agnew because he's so cheap on Alcorn State side. All right, last game, Indiana, Wyoming, NCAA playoff play-in game. This is to me like the marquee game of the night. Really good game. 2 good teams. Indiana's a 4.5-point favorite. 45th ranked defense in the country. I got Wyoming ranked 79th. 2 good defenses. Neither team likes to push the pace. Hence a 132.5 over under. Wyoming is a little bit of better defense, but we have some plays here. Even though the game is low scoring, we got plays here. So, Chris, take aside. There's like 5 players you can have in your main lineup here, or there's maybe just one. Take aside, Chris.
No, all right. Yeah, I'll take Wyoming. Everyone's saying here. No, I'll take Indiana. I just didn't know.
Okay.
I'd rather have Indiana. You might know them a little bit.
I'll take Wyoming.
Yeah, so that's fine. So yeah, TJD's in play. I think he'll probably be popular. I'm actually looking not to go him tonight. I not that I have a gut call or anything. It may be a dumb move. There's some other guys I'm looking at to get in here. But I'm gonna go right back to I think I've played him 3 straight slates, and I'm gonna play Race again most likely. I don't he hadn't had the greatest and his ceiling hasn't been coming out, but he got 20, 27, 28 last time, 25 the time before. I think it's a pretty decent spot for him. I'm going to go back to the well there. I do like XJ, but if I'm going to go anybody, it's going to be racing in TJD. Fantasy's price went up, so
It did.
yeah, I went to 3,800 because I had kind of looked at him. And did Riley get cut off there? Sorry.
Oh, it was my phone. I'm back.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you're good.
You're good.
And then yeah, so basically I'm pretty high on the race there. I'm not really gonna mess with the value guys, and I'm not gonna talk any. I may end up on TJD. I'm still looking here, but I think I got race for sure. That's what I got for Indiana.
You didn't mention XJ though. Xavier Johnson's been playing really, really well. I think it's a tough matchup for him though. Do you have any like for him? I think Maldonado is going to give him a little bit of trouble, but
yeah, I got love. Yeah, XJ. I think he'll have a decent game. I'm not getting there in the price.
That price.
But we've been saying I've kind of been off him a little bit most of the year, and I shouldn't have been.
Yep.
So yeah, I think he's in play for sure.
What about Trey Galloway? Only 3,700.
I mean, I'm not going to mess with their value guys. The one game before was Fantasy, and this, the game before, he is getting healthy, but I'm not going to mess with the value guys for Indiana. It's going to be the big three or nothing.
So, I mean, somebody making multi lineups. You just mentioned a couple plays there, Fantasy and Galloway. You want to get really cheap. You're multi-entering. All right. So Chris likes definitely Race Thompson. I love Race Thompson. TJD. Wyoming, Riley, give it to us.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this game. I think Wyoming's going to win here. I'm pretty confident in that. I think they're going to lose when they beat Indiana here at St. Mary's, but that's for a different topic. Anyways, I mean, Wyoming this is a two-man team. Once again, we had another one here. This is basically just a better version of Missouri State. So yeah, I'm going to play both these guys. I'm going to play Maldonado. I'm going to play Ike. This game, Indiana's, the defense, obviously the numbers are great. They played pretty, their defense I think is kind of what won them against Illinois. But as we saw against Iowa, they'll give up some points. And Wyoming, they have pretty good overall offensive numbers. And they can score inside too, which, obviously got TJD, but he's more of an offensive player. I really, really like this Wyoming team. I think this is, I'm going to play those two. And then, in GPP, I'm going to play some Odin. I think he can get some rebounds here. The two guys I really wanted to look at here too. I don't know why this Ducell guy is 6.1K. I mean, his game log is just disgusting.
His usage is terrible.
Yeah. Drake Jeffries though. He's going to play a ton of minutes, and here's how many he shot 8, 7, 6, 6, 8, 6, 15 3-pointers in the last 7 games. So Indiana, you look at their numbers here, 40% of the points they're giving up are from the 3. So this is Wyoming's going to have to win this game from behind the arc. And I think Jeffries and Maldonado are going to be a big part of that. Like I said, I think Wyoming's going to win this game. It should be a good one, but I think they're going to have to hit some shots from outside. And then a lot of the lineups I'm going to have one of the big guys here. I'm probably going to lean Maldonado. Then I'm going to just kind of mix with Jeffries. And then I'm probably just going to hunt some value, like the Cleveland State guys and, the kind of smaller, lesser guys we mentioned. But yeah, I'm going to be pretty hippie on Wyoming. I do like the Indiana guys too. Obviously, I got to have some Xavier Johnson. I mean, he killed it in the Big Ten tournament for me. So not going to leave him. Not going to leave him off. I think TJD obviously in play here too. I think he's a great cash play too as well. But yeah, I think this is a good game for DFS. This is obviously the best game too. But yeah, give me Wyoming here. I like Wyoming in the spot a lot.
And a game nerve type thing is if Maldonado and Ike fouls drawn. Ike is the 4th in the country. Maldonado 27th in the country in fouls drawn. So they could get TJD and even Race out of that game, especially TJD. if they get TJD out of that game, Hunter and Maldonado being the same price as TJD, could end up nuking the slate, winning somebody at GBP. But on the other hand, Indiana, those guys, TJD and Xavier Johnson, are also very good at drawing fouls. So, but more Wyoming. So this, just something to think about. I still think TJD is going to be popular, but he could get in foul trouble. We've seen it, and we've seen him sit the whole first half in foul trouble.
Yeah.
And I think it was like 3-4 weeks ago on that Sunday. So great plays here.
I'll mention one thing I saw about that too. Wyoming, one of the best teams in the country and free throw rate defended, so this is a team I think that does very good at staying out of foul trouble, and they are also very good at drawing fouls, 31st in the country in free throw rate. So that's an interesting matchup. And if they do get one of those, if they get TJD in foul trouble, which I'm guessing they have a good coach. I'm guessing that's going to be their plan of attack. So I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I think this is a really good game. I'm excited. I do think Wyoming's going to win here. I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, good game. So we got cash plays here. TJD, Race Thompson. Graham White could be one, even Maldonado. You can't play them all. But Maldonado is a great pivot off of TJD. If you don't believe in TJD tonight, Maldonado could be a triple double by Maldonado tonight. All right, that's a slate. 5 games. That last game's 9:10 start, so the slate will be over, on midnight or so. We don't have to wait till 2 a.m. Not a bad slate. Once pretty much once we talk it over, like it. I'll start Riley. Riley, I guess, and you don't have to give me a core. Who's your top overall play of the night, and who's your top value of the night?
Yeah, top play. I hate doing this because he's most expensive, but give me Maldonado. I'm gonna go value play. I think Hodge obviously is the obvious value, but I'll take Jalen Jackson on A&M Corpus Christi. Here's a guy, I like him. He's been getting a lot of minutes lately. It looks like his shot rate's moving up. Like I said, this is a pace up game. I got to take a chance somewhere in this game because I want to connect on something here because this game is going to have a decent amount of points. So I'll take my value GDP play, Jalen Jackson, 5.9K.
You've been hot on those plays too. You gave us a couple nice plays last week, right? So
let's hope.
All right, so you got Maldonado, Jackson, and did you say another name or no?
No, that's
Maldonado and Jackson. All right, Chris Duff, who you got?
Yeah, so basically the guys I'm overweight on is Race. He's going to be most likely in my cash. I've got a gut feeling on Hill, mainly because of his price, but I don't know if he'll end up in my cash. He's definitely borderline cash. And then, my value call is Manny Abaseki.
Like that call. Remember, he's a big-time prospect, too, and Buzz may give him some runs, so nice call, 3K.
I did want to say about Texas A&M, I do think Wade Taylor's back in play for them. I don't know. I think a lot of these guys can be fill-ins because, he's kind of let people down, but, he has the talent at 20, 25 minutes to get you 20 points, and his price ain't the best. It's finally higher than it's ever been, but he's still around 5K. So I think he can get 20 points or so, just so you just throw that out there.
No, good usage. All right, my top play is it's Race Thompson, same to Chris. So I hate to be piggyback you, but it's Race Thompson, and I love Hodge. And my top value, I would say Hodge, because I guess Hodge is considered a value. But if I didn't go Hodge, it'd have to be Deontay Johnson for Cleveland State, because that TN is about the same price as Hodge. But I'm also big on Race Thompson today. My favorite play of the day. All right, so quickly, if you have any questions, PrizePicks. I had a couple. Hold on. Oh, Jay Curry had a question. I'm sorry. Why don't you run both TJD?
You can.
Oh, yeah, you definitely can. Y'all don't Henry Etienne for some salary league? Yeah, we mentioned Etienne's one of my favorite plays. Etienne's one of my favorite plays of the night, definitely. But he's 5K, so he's more mid-range.
Yeah, we mentioned PJ Henry and I-10.
Yeah, we mentioned Henry at start.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd play both of them, but I like at the end you can use Henry. And definitely run TJD them all. Okay, PrizePicks. I have Quentin Jackson. I'm not sure if they're still on. Sometimes these PrizePicks change. Not too much in college. But hold on, I'm calling him up. I like Quentin Jackson. Quentin Jackson over the 26.2 fantasy score. Course race over 7 rebounds. So I play him every time that he's on it. And I like TJD. I think TJD is more, maybe 8.5 or TJD's 8. I like TJD, definitely race. On Gage Prim. Gage Prim take the PRA over 23.5 PRA. So Race Thompson over 7 rebounds. Quentin Jackson over 26.2 fantasy score. And you also go ahead and take Quentin Jackson's real points too. TJD over 8 rebounds. Gage Prim over 23.5 PRA. They're my favorite PrizePicks. Do you guys have a chance to look at anybody? If you didn't, it's not a big deal.
No, I haven't had time. So.
All right, so I think that's it. First game, March Madness gets off in about 20 minutes, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about the Thursday slate, which is now Thursday. The slate is out. Salaries are out now, beside the 2 playing games. So you can look at Thursday slate. Some good prices I saw, and then after the playing games tomorrow, DK will add them into. Big slate, 16 games on Thursday. All right. Any other comments? If not, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Riley. Thank you, Mickey, our producer. And we got 20 minutes to lock.
Yep. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, everyone.